Since the beginning of time, mankind has been forced to compete for survival. This spirit of competition has reached a pinnacle in the relationship of two best friends who battle against each other. Why? Glory for the winner, humiliation for the loser. This is Kenny versus Spenny.
Alright everybody, this week's competition, which Spenny will be truly humiliated, pummeled, crushed, and beaten in, is who is the better actor.
We're not actors. I've never trained as an actor. It's going to be a heck of a challenge for both of us.
A heck.
What are you doing?
Your mother.
So you mean to say you have no idea what you're doing? I have prepared a monologue.
You can't even memorize.
Which I've written myself.
What kind of monologue? 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 Anyways, this is the who is the better actor competition.
A lot of people think that acting's no big deal, but I have a lot of respect for actors.
What kind of monologue? What kind of monologue? What kind of monologue?
I'm gonna read my scene that I've written, my old man coming to terms with death scene.
Worst case scenario, I could get on stage and play Julius Caesar.
Now, what little I know about acting is that I don't want to rush it.
I think I just want to kind of experiment a little. Try some characters out, see what works. I need something that's going to blow their mind.
Rolf, I'm playing your music, Rolf. Please come upstairs now. Please come upstairs. We're having a performance and we need you here. Rolf. Rolf ist mein Hund, ist mein Papi. He likes to dance and sing. Do your puppy dance, do your puppy dance. He likes to eat cookies and bark like this. And bark like this. This is not amusing. I'm surprised by the fact that my dog, Rolf, is not in attendance, and I must excuse myself, for it is time that I must look for him.
There's nothing to shoot, it's me typing. Just, I gotta concentrate. Please?
Cuckoo, Rolf, Papa is looking. Papa is looking for you. Where is my hund? What have you done with him? What have you done with him? Where is he? He does not come to my answers. Where is my puppy?
Alright, get out.
What have you done with Rolf? What have you done with Rolf? Where is my hund?
You're gonna win.
Where's my hund? Cuckoo!
I don't even know what the hell that was. And comedy is not looked upon well by the theater community when it comes to judging dramatics.
Rolf!
Was have you done with my dog?
Some way I can make this a lot easier. Easy and a guaranteed win are my two main objectives.
I know I'm sick. A man can tell.
You could walk by you, motherfucker.
It ain't that I want to die. Well, maybe I do.
I like you, but I don't like you.
I can't click into the grunt thing.
countrymen, lend me your ears.
The only thing I know for sure is that I'm scared. It doesn't seem right to be scared of something that everyone has to do. But if I'm honest with myself, I have to admit that I'm scared. I'm scared to die.
Don't do this monologue.
So this is it.
This is out. This is impossible. This is boring. Let's chuck it and come up with something amazing where you can really show your stuff.
What about, like, an astronaut, and he's maybe the first man on Mars or something? What about a guy, a French Revolution kind of period piece in the dungeon right before he's about to get guillotined?
No. Spencer, tell me what's going on in your life right now that has meaning for you.
Well, I mean, this television show is going on in my life, and if I'm going to be honest about it, I'm being essentially humiliated almost every week.
Right now, what's a situation where injustice occurs that you can relate to?
What really is talking to me right now is maybe a prize fighter.
A prize fighter that's been betrayed. I want you to blow yourself away with
I want
what
to blow
you do.
myself away, I want to blow you away, I want to blow the judges away.
Okay.
I just want to win.
Let's fight.
Okay.
And I will lose this competition if I do, Caesar. To cheat or not to cheat? That is the question. Actually, it's not a question. I've decided I am going to cheat. I really am going to cheat. Cheer it on. Thank you. And scene.
I'm a 1950s down-and-out prize fighter, and the scene is set in the dressing room after I've just lost, and I go into a speech talking to my manager, who's named Chicky.
Let me hear it before I start saying anything.
She's the worst.
Just start it and keep coming back to me.
Don't say nothing, Chicky. Don't say nothing.
If I do any personal acting bit, it's really going to just be up to the judge to decide who's better, Spenny or myself. And you know what? That's not really good enough odds for me to be winning on. So I had an idea. It's a big gamble, but I think I can pull it off. Again, it is the old switcheroo, something that's worked numerous times for me in the past and has always brought me victory. I want Paul to perform in my place. This guy is a master that has been studying for 25 years. There's some very important points that we have to make sure are covered. One, nobody notices the switch between you and me.
Right.
Two, the judges believe that it is me performing and not you. And three, Spenny is not there, because the second Spenny sees you doing this, he is going to know in a second that you are not me. He's going to come on stage and rip off our mask.
What do you think?
I think it's great. I think you wrote yourself something challenging.
All right. I gotta go memorize this.
All right, Paul is getting ready to wow me with a performance that he's actually going to be doing for the judges. Finally, I got no work to do. I just sit on my ass and win this show.
Started, but and the next thing I know, he's giving me the... What?
Who's in there with you? I'm practicing. God, are you alone?
What do you want?
I swear to God, I thought there was like somebody in here, like some kind of...
Yeah, it's called acting. What's that, an alcoholic robot? That's like the worst.
No, it's I have one of the greatest masters training me in mine.
Kenny, I'm doing
Going down.
a dramatic piece that comes from my heart and my life.
You're gonna lose this.
Get out.
I am a mime.
You
I have been
stink.
trained
You stink.
by a classic mime master, and you are going to lose. Get ready for the meanest,
Bye.
baddest humiliation
Bye.
you have ever suffered in your life, my friend.
The reason Kenny did mime is because he didn't want to do the hard work of memorizing script. I'm in a box. I'm in a box.
You're gonna lose.
It's a little bit of scratch and a body full of broken bones. Blind.
For what?
For what? So as I can be humiliated again and again? So as he can be the champ and have everyone think he's the best? But I didn't take a dive. I'll never take a dive. You think that's got to count for something, don't it? I said, don't it? Like you always says, I got my pride. But you ain't the loser, chickie. You ain't the one who has to tell everyone you lost again. I have, for the most part, memorized the material, but as I told you, sometimes I just black out, and that scares the living hell out of me.
We're going to work with that fear. One of the questions is, how are you when you start? Let's just clarify this. And how are you when you end?
Good question. I think when I start, I'm sad.
Okay.
I end, I am stuck with this person in my life who's my best friend, who keeps beating me and who keeps cheating against me.
When you end, you wrote, not only once but twice, I got my pride. And at the end, I want you to get to that point. It's a win for you at the end.
You think all the hard work that we do would count for something? It's gotta count for something, don't it? I said, don't it?
Okay, it's a half hour before competition. We're just getting ready to hide Paul behind the stage before the judge gets here. I think it's best if I leave the mirror against the wall, and then when I pull it out from the wing, you can pop into it. I say we do one emergency quick run through. You should hide your stuff behind the stage. See, I think it's better if I pull it out. No one is going to have any idea, and that's when you pop out from the wing and you follow me. I'm going to put my hood on, no mask. I'm going to walk behind the screen. I go flat against here, and that's it. You do your thing. I'm just going to cut quickly to the end. Bow, and then we walk off. The second that goes back behind the wall, you disappear behind the curtain, and I'll try my best to get everybody out of here. Spenny has not shown up yet. According to Kenny and Spenny competition rules, I am allowed to perform at the time of the competition, which is now.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
I studied mime for about 10 years on and off and continued my studies through university and drama class, various camps. I have not performed this piece for about 3 years, and over the past 3 days, I have studied nonstop to try and bring back my performance.
That was honestly unbelievable. And I can see some of that in your technique.
It was tough. I totally blew it.
You are such a weasel. I'm sorry I'm late. You flattened the tire on the van. The van's never had a flat tire before. The day of a performance, boom, there's a flat tire for no reason. You were an asshole.
I did nothing. I swear
You're
to
a
you.
liar. You're a liar, and you're an asshole.
Hey, watch what
And
you
you're
say.
putting me in a good state for my performance piece.
How dare
When are you
do
going
this in
on?
front of the judge?
When are you going on?
I just finished.
What?
I just finished.
How was it?
It was good.
does it.
Where can I change? Where can I change? Do anyone know where I can change?
You're totally late. Hurry up.
It's really simple once you learn various
Really?
moves, yeah.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it looks like it's been practiced for years.
You gotta let your body be loose and your movements, and what you do is you just pretend your arms are rubber, and that's it. And if you try it with me for a second.
I hope she believes me because she's probably thinking I'm a psycho. I'm blacking out. I'm blacking out. I don't want Kenny in here. I don't want him anywhere near me when I'm performing.
I think anyone can do it if they do it. You know, it's hard work. No, it's more of a flicker.
I don't want you anywhere near me when I do this. I'm serious. Out. Kenny, please. You suggested that I write something that's close to me or issues that I'm dealing with in my life. And what those issues aren't really pertinent. It's just a scene. Don't say nothing, Chicky. Don't say nothing. 5 times. 5 lousy times you think I beat him just once. You think all the hard work we do would count for something, but I got nothing, Chicky. Just a little bit of scratch and a body full of broken bones. For what? So that he can humiliate me again and again? So that he can be the champ and have everybody think he's the best? You know, you always says, I got my pride. He always says that. But you know who he is. He's a cheating punk who'll do anything to win. Remember the time he had that guy keep me up all night before the fight? Or the time he asked me to take a dive, but I didn't take a dive. I would never take a dive! Me and him goes back to before the beginning. Our fathers used to knock the shit out of each other during the 30s. I guess when you grows up with someone your whole life, he becomes like your brother, whether you like it or not. But I know something. He needs me. Oh yeah, he needs me. Where else is he gonna find a loser like me? But you're right about one thing. I got my pride. I got my pride.
Kenny, I think that you did something, I mean, really, really original, really, really smooth. It was graceful, it flowed. The physicality of it was, really unbelievable, and I was really entertained by it.
Thank you.
Spenny, your piece was obviously very, very emotional, and I really, felt a lot of what you were saying, and I really appreciated all of the energy that you put into it, because you were obviously putting a lot of energy into it. I even think I got some of your spit on my leg because of the energy. Kenny, I think one thing that you have to think about is just the space when you're in a stage that's this big. How can you can use some of the space? You stayed pretty constrained.
When I have this mask on, I really only have limited peripheral vision.
Something to think about in working with your direction. Spencer, you're really close to the work, and I felt in your performance that the only way you could play it was by doing these huge highs and these huge lows. I didn't feel like you had necessarily, the control as a performer, but I really, really commend you on your effort. So, Kenny, you were the better actor.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
You were good, man. You were good. Oh, my God. But you were great, Spenny, man. You were great.
Yeah, Spencer, you did a really, really great job, and... Well, let's
Next
give him...
time, Chicky. Later, Chicky.
I feel bad. It was okay. Well, as the humiliation for losing the Who's the Better Actor episode, I get to throw a dozen eggs at Spenny. But before I do, I just wanted to have one hard-boiled.
You get 12, that's it, I'm counting.
Now, Spenny's actually blindfolded, so he won't know when the eggs are coming. He cannot dodge them,
And if you take too long, I'm out of here.
1, 2, 3.
Ow! Was that an egg? Oh, ow! Ow! Ow, you're hurting me! Ow! 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 Oh, Jesus! Ow! 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 Ah! That's it!
can't even talk. It was so much fun.
You better not lose another one. I'm not going to forget this. Look at me! Look what he did to me. Look what he did to me. Look at that.
Oh my god, that was unbelievable. Unfortunately, now I gotta clean up the garage, but it was worth it.